It's Natural Boss back with another video. This video is going to be an informative video, and so I will just start off by saying I'm gonna try my best to give you hope, but at the same time I'm also going to keep it 100 like I always do. So in this video I'm going to talk about heat damage because it's something that affects a lot of naturals somewhere in their natural hair journey. Now a lot of people don't use heat, and so this is not a problem, but a lot of naturals actually do use heat and they do experience heat damage, and even if they're in denial, it doesn't matter. You might have heat damage. Now I'm not saying necessarily that every single person who uses heat gets heat damage. I'm just saying some people just really don't want to admit it, and that's what it is. So the first thing that I have to say is that if you experience heat damage, you may be able to help revive the curls, but you're more than likely not going to be able to fully revert your hair back to normal. That's just not going to happen, and some people may argue with me, and that's fine. But if you have those pieces in your hair that are like stick straight, they're not going to revert back to some curly, coily hair. You might be able to restore like a little life into them, but it won't go back to what it was prior to the heat damage. Something that you need to realize is that every time you use heat, you're taking a risk. Now, you could get heat damage the first time you use heat, or you could use heat 20 times and not get damaged, and then on the 21st time get heat damage. That's just how it happens. So if you're willing to take that risk, it's fine. In my natural hair journey, I've had my hair flat iron several times. I mean, not that much. It's no more than like maybe once a year or something like that, if even that. But I experienced heat damage actually very early in my natural hair journey, and I did something that I would just outright say is stupid because I didn't know what I was doing. I went to a hairstylist and I told him all I knew was I wanted to see how long my hair had gotten and everything, and all I knew was that I wanted it straight. And what I told him was, I said, yeah, get my hair really straight, and I said I don't want it to revert. And what I meant was, time I walked outside, I didn't want it to go poof. But I think what he took it as is that I wanted it like bone stick straight, and that maybe perhaps, I don't know, I wanted to wear my hair straight for the rest of my life. I don't know. Anyway, my hair never went back to normal after that for like years, till I basically like grew it out. Now it had a little bit of curl, a little bit of wave to it, but it wasn't back to my natural hair. For years I couldn't wear my hair in 2-strand twist after that because it just didn't have any kind of coil or any kind of body to it at all. It was just like really straight hair. So I mean really early, that was literally probably a year after I went natural, I ruined my hair doing that. So just always be very cautious whenever you're gonna use heat. The second thing I want to say, a lot of times when people think of heat damage, they think of just flat iron. You can heat damage your hair by using a blow dryer as well. I have a video that I put out like maybe a month ago or something like that, where I did a blowout on my hair. My hair did not get damaged from that, but just know if you ever do a blowout with the blow dryer, you're also taking a risk. Your hair can get damaged. I don't think a blow dryer would damage it as much as a flat iron, but it can damage your hair. Another thing to remember is that everybody's hair is different. I say this like in probably all my videos. Everybody's hair is different. Just because you see somebody else able to do something doesn't mean that you can. Like for example, like let's just take my hair for example again. I have very fine strands. A lot of people look at me like I'm crazy when I say my hair is fine, because I have a lot of strands of hair, so my hair is thick, but the actual strands are fine. So my hair can get damaged very easily, and plus my hair is dry, so I really struggle with that. Which brings me to the next point. I highly recommend not flat ironing your hair or even blow drying it if your hair is already damaged. Flat iron and blow drying is gonna, in some way, just think about it, you're like putting heat on your hair. If you already struggle with dry hair or whatever, or it's just damaged in any kind of way, blow drying and flat iron is gonna do nothing but probably make it worse. So now let's talk about what you can do to restore your curls. And I don't really like to say repair, because that kind of gives that's kind of like me saying that you can actually revert your hair all the way back to its natural curly state, and I absolutely don't believe that you can do that. I believe if your hair is just slightly heat damaged, meaning say you had tightly coiled hair and it was like looser, I think you can kind of restore that. But if your hair, you damage it and it sticks straight, I do not think that you can revert those curls all the way back. I've never seen that before, and this is not, I'm not just talking because I had some kind of bad experience and now I want to be negative to everybody else. I know a whole bunch of natural people. I've been in the natural hair community for like 12 years. And so I mean, I've seen it all, and I've never known anybody who had stick straight hair from heat damage ever be able to revert it back. Kind of like no matter what you do. And I know everybody wants to avoid cutting your hair, and that's fine. That's why I'm going to give you these next tips. But the reality is, it's not going to go all the way back to how it was. So the first thing that I recommend is doing protein treatments. And there's all kinds of protein conditioners out. A lot of people make their own protein conditioner. Like a lot of people use eggs or some other kind of protein or something. The protein treatment that I recommend, and the only one that I can really speak to, is the ApHogee 2-step protein treatment. And so you buy the ApHogee protein, and then they have also a moisturizing conditioner that you need to follow up with. Because with the ApHogee, when you apply it to your hair and you let it sit, like you follow the instructions, your hair is going to get like hard, like really, really hard. That's the point. That's what you want it to do. And you can't manipulate it or anything. And then you shampoo it out, and then you apply the moisturizing conditioner to put the moisture balance back into your hair. This protein treatment does wonders. People have been using it for years. That's what I highly recommend. So what protein does and why it helps. So when your hair gets heat damaged, you've damaged the hair cuticle. Protein kind of fills in those holes in your hair, which is the cuticle. So it kind of helps to repair your hair, and it just gives your hair a better look. Anytime you fill in the cuticles, the damaged hair is going to look and feel better. And actually, basically, the damage is being repaired, but like I said, it won't revert the curls necessarily back. Now, I have even seen videos where people had slightly heat damaged hair. They did a protein treatment, and then the curls were somewhat restored. But like I said, again, the hair was not stick straight. It's just the curls were kind of loosened. So the protein treatment really helped that. The next thing that I recommend, and I haven't heard actually a lot of people talking about this, but it does work, and that's the Olaplex #3 Hair Perfector. And Olaplex is mostly used like in salons, and a lot of people use it like when they're coloring their hair, bleaching their hair. What Olaplex is, which is different from a protein treatment, Olaplex works from the inside of the hair, which is called the cortex. And the cortex is what gives the hair its strength, color, and texture. And so a lot of people, whether your hair gets damaged by dyeing your hair or heat damage, the Olaplex can really work wonders on restoring your curls back. Again, if your hair sticks straight, the Olaplex won't make your curls curl all the way back up to their natural state again. It may do it some, and the protein treatment may do it some, but it's not going to make it all the way back as if you never had heat damage. So again, what most people don't, when they have heat damage hair, they do not want to cut their hair. The fastest way to get rid of heat damage is actually cutting your hair. And I know that sounds harsh and everything though, but that's like really the fastest and the best way. When my hair was heat damaged, I did not cut my hair off. I just continued to wear protective styles and just did the best I can till it all grew out. And so that's one of the things you can do is wear protective styles. Like you could wear your hair in a bun, or you can twist it if you want. To me, 2-strand twists don't look good when your hair is damaged. Because I think the more coily looks good, but I'm not telling you not to do it. You can do that, but it just know it won't look real springy and bouncy. What you could do if you want to wear 2-strand twist or twist outs or even braid outs is put rods on the ends, and then that'll give it more of a fuller look with more body. Another alternative if your hair is heat damaged is to wear extensions, weaves, or wigs. I will caution you about this, and I always talk about this in any videos where I'm giving tips on helping your hair. Just be careful with that, because a lot of people tend to, when they put a wig on, they tend to just let their hair go as if they don't need to take care of the hair. So you're just adding more to the damage if you're not going to do anything with it. So if you choose wigs or weaves, make sure you wash and condition your hair underneath the wigs. You still want to get it going healthy and moisturizing everything. So yeah, I would definitely, if you don't want to cut your hair, I would definitely start off by trying the protein treatments first. I would also recommend trying Olaplex. It's kind of costly though, but I would definitely recommend trying that. And you can do the Olaplex treatments every day. With a protein treatment, I recommend you only do it like every 4 to 6 weeks. And then if none of that, and continue to do it, don't just do it once and say, oh, it didn't work or anything like that. Continue to do it over and over again every week. And then pretty soon, if none of that works, you either have to suffer with it till it grows out, or you will just have to chop it off, do another big chop. Also, my recommendation, if you choose to just ride it out and just let it grow out, I would trim my hair often. Remember that still it's heat damage, meaning the hair is damaged. It's probably more prone to like split ends, and you definitely want to chop the ends off, or else the split is just going to go all the way up your hair and your whole head is going to end up damaged, and you'll really be doing a big chop then. So I definitely recommend still to take care of your hair. If you choose to hold on to it, take care of it and get trims or trim your own hair often. I might have said this earlier in the video, but my best advice if you don't want heat damage is to not use heat in your hair. But if you do, I recommend using some of the tips that I told you earlier, just to try to lessen the chance, or even if it gets damaged a little bit, maybe your curl pattern will just get loosened a little bit and it won't get all the way straight. So really that's all I have to say on heat damage. If you like this video, thumbs up. If you have any other tips, I mean, I don't know everything. This is kind of the things that I've done and what kind of I've read up on. But if you have any other tips on how to restore, repair, revive your curls after heat damage, comment, let me know. If you have any questions, also let me know. And if you're not already a subscriber, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in the next video.